Hello invisible people. This is a quick review on a knife that I purchased quite recently from a Chinese company. So I'll tell you a bit about it. It is a knife by a manufacturer called HX Outdoors. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're certainly not a British company. This is the box that it came in, and the box arrived in good condition. It wasn't squished or bent or distorted in any way. This is the knife that I received. I'll turn it round so you can get a better view of it. By HX Outdoors. And there we go. It's a nice reflective knife, and it comes with a black leather sheath. So I'll tell you a little bit about the knife. It is, as I say, it's from a company called, excuse me, as you do, lucky I didn't cut my fingers off. It's by a company called HX Outdoors, and this knife is called a D-144 straight knife, which costs $31.50 US, which I think, I can't remember what that equates to British, but I think that was about £21 it cost me. It's made of 440, you can see that there, 440 stainless steel. It's the blade temperament is 5CR 15 MOV, but on the handle, no, it's not on this handle, sorry, it's on another knife that I'm doing. So it's a 440 stainless steel blade. It's got good wear resisting properties and is corrosion resistant because it's made from stainless steel. And it's the end of it, the blade bit there is a saucer shaped blade, which means it goes in the way. Down here it goes in, but if you want to have a look at that, I'll give you a closer look at the blade. It's got a lovely sheen, and I love the way the grain's going on the knife. The backbone of it is approximately between 4 and 5 mil. I mean, I think it's closer to 5 than it is 4. It's got a rosewood curved handle, which is made and designed by a computer, because it's called a CNC handle. And it's got a concave drop point blade down here, which is really quite sharp at the end here. It's quite a sharp knife initially. It's not 100% sharp, but it feels relatively okay. It's got a nice clean mirror sheen on it. The length of the knife is 21.5 centimeters. The blade is 9.5 millimeters. Not much to say. The wood is a nice rosewood. I mean, the patterns on it are really quite nice, which helps with anti-slip properties when it gets wet. And also the wood in that also protects your hands from getting cold, from actually touching the metal. It's been well put together. There's no ridges here. That is totally flat all the way around here. the handle actually matches up with the hilt, well, with the handle bit of the knife. One thing I did notice is the handles here, on this side it's dark and on this side it's light, so they're ever so slightly different coloured. That's the only bad thing I can actually see about it. So that's that. And the leather holster, as you can see here, give me a look at that. See the stitching. The holster is actually quite well made. It's not twisted. There I go again. It's not twisted like that, like you get a lot of cheap holsters. It's twisted. It's actually got a buckle, not a buckle, pop. I forgot what you call them, like. But it pops on nice securely. There's no Velcro on that, and the actual shape of the holster is actually straight. So as you can see, and the knife fits really quite well in the holster. If I push, excuse me because I'm doing this upside down, if I push that in, push the knife in the sheath like that and turn that upside down and give it a shake, that doesn't come out. Well, it did there. So it's quite well fixed in, and the actual strap, which is nice and tight, there's no slackness there, goes on, and that is definitely not going to fall out in any way. You can't pull it out. As you can see, the knife actually lines up with the holster, sheath, quite well. So when this sits on your belt like that, it actually sits straight up and down. It doesn't sit at an angle like that. It actually hangs off the belt, and it's quite good balanced because it's straight up and down. So when you do go for your knife, instead of trying to figure out where it is because it's at a squint angle, so straight up and down, you know where it is. You pop it open and you can pull out the blade just like that, quite easy. So that's what I like about it. In general, oh, by the way, the sheath's actually made of real leather as well. I don't know what quality of leather, but it is made of leather, and the stitching is quite neat. Overall, I would say the quality of the knife is quite good for the price. It has been thought about. It has been made quite well. I'm trying to think what else. It's a decent tidy knife. It's not that heavy. It hasn't got a lot of weight to it. But I love the sheen of the actual blade. I mean, you can see that reflection in there like that. I mean, that looks lovely, that. There's a 440, and there's the thickness of the backbone going up and down there. So, good knife, value for money, especially if you're a prepper and you're a beginner. You don't need expensive knives to actually do the job. It just depends what you can afford at the time. But overall, good quality knife, well made, certainly worth the money that I paid from it. And obviously I've got to do this at the end, so it helps me to purchase another one. So Thank you. This has been brought to you by Everbuying.com, and they also provide free shipping, which is very handy and does save a bit of money as well. So I don't know if I'll show you that. Right. Okay. Thank you very much. And we will see you again.